We don't even need no notes on this one.
No.
We live now too, just so you know. Welcome,
Yes.
welcome, welcome, welcome. Monday night football.
Duh, 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 duh. I don't know what's going on. Jern, why are you stuck?
We are in the building. We're ready to make this happen, man. We're ready to go on and make this happen. So without further ado, man, we just gonna go on and jump into this live slate, jump into these games real quick, and everything that we got going on.
Yes,
Very
sir.
simply put, man, very simply put, we got Pittsburgh versus the New York Football Giants. Week one, we got a full game coming here at you. Pretty much here's how it goes. The injuries, we got David DeCastro, the guard, which is a significant injury. He's out. It says that everybody else pretty much for the Giants is going to be healthy except for Crowder, Tolliver, whatever his name is, the tight end, and we got Golden Tate. They're all questionable with hamstrings. Mo, I'm gonna let you do the spread, and then we'll give a couple thoughts and the prediction. Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
I bet. I literally just walked into the house from work. The over under on this game is 45. The Steelers are 5.5 point favorites. So for the gambling people at home, that means if the Steelers win 26-21 and you pick the Giants to win with the points, in the gambling world, the Giants would hypothetically win that game 26.5-26. Um, I think that's the 45. I mean, I don't know. It's week one, so I don't know how we saw all the lines yesterday were somewhere in the mid 40s. So that's been pretty consistent all the way around.
Give me tonight. I believe that Pittsburgh gets back on that winning track tonight. Big Ben is back. They got one of the five best defenses in football. I just I refuse. I refuse to allow anything other than the Pittsburgh Steelers to get where they need to get to tonight. Give me Pittsburgh 35, Giants 20. I think they smash them tonight. I think it goes on and we just go from there. With that being said, Mo, go ahead and pick your prediction and then let's just dive into the next game.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, listen, I'm excited for Pittsburgh this year. Pittsburgh to me is that wild card, not literally like they're that wild card in the entire NFL. If there's one team that's gonna play spoiler to Patrick Mahomes, if there's one team that's gonna play spoiler to the Baltimore Ravens, if there's one team that could possibly play spoiler to the Saints or the Packers or the Seahawks or the Buccaneers, it's this team. That defense is going to be top five. I think one of the most underrated signings they had, two of them actually, was the Chris Wormley trade from Baltimore. I think that he is going to provide excellent depth and excellent beef and excellent presence on the interior of that defensive line to go along with Cameron Hayward. And I think Sean Davis, the fact that they brought him back is so underrated in my opinion because first of all you invested a high second round pick on this player and you just sort of let him go after 3-4 years. Luckily, he's back. I think he is a perfect fit for that defense, and he's going to allow this defense to really just all come together. Obviously, the number one player in that secondary is the great Minka Fitzpatrick. I do like what I'm seeing from Daniel Jones his rookie year. I hope to see him build on that, no doubt about it. But this night is all about the black and gold. It's all about that big ketchup bottle. I'm expecting Pittsburgh and Big Ben Roethlisberger in particular to get back on track. Give me Pittsburgh to win this game outright. I'm taking Pittsburgh 30-20.
All right, and don't forget, Tremaine Edmonds, not Terrell Edmonds, is the person who is going to be replacing Sean Davis,
Well,
and
he's
then
back
also
though.
first round. Yeah, no, but that's who was replacing him in the starting
Right.
lineup. So it'll be interesting to see how they utilize him because I think he's a little bit more gifted than Sean Davis is in certain aspects in certain areas, but he may give you an extra linebacker to use in some of those sub packages to
Right.
cover some tight ends and things like that.
Well, let's
So
just before you move on, let's just keep in mind for the people at home, the big nickel package is a huge thing now in the NFL. Started about 3 years ago where one or two teams were doing it. Now everybody is doing it. And big nickel essentially means three corners
Three
or
safeties.
three safeties, sorry. And you have one of those safeties either be in the slot or he's your sub linebacker. Go ahead.
Yep. So next game we have Tennessee versus Denver. Mo, go ahead, break it down for him.
So the over/under in this game is 41. The Titans are 3-point favorites. Look, Denver. I know Denver had a lot of optimism heading into this year, but that optimism quickly and swiftly went away with back-to-back-to-back news. Obviously, the big news being Von Miller. The second big news being Cortland Sutton and his injury that's going to keep him out for an extended period of time. He may play tonight. I'm actually not sure. I didn't check
He's
the injury
questionable.
report. He's questionable.
Sutton's questionable. Hamler's questionable. Barron is out, and Miller is out.
Is Chubb
For the Denver
playing?
Broncos. They don't even list him on the injury report right
Because
here.
Chubb, I believe, is on the IR. Again, I'm just
Chubb,
getting home
if
from
Chubb
work.
is not, Chubb is probably not playing tonight if he's already still on the IR from an ACL. But it just shows me on the injury report now that there's no Miller, no Barron, and then Hamler and Sutton both are questionable with shoulder and hamstrings injury.
Yeah.
For Tennessee, Vic Beasley is out with the knee. Douglas is out with the guard is out with the hand. Robertson, the offside linebacker, is out with the knee. We have Evans, running back, out with a hamstring.
Wow.
Adoree Jackson out with a knee. Corey Davis is questionable with a hamstring. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. We're gonna get right to it. We're just gonna say it like it is. I think Tennessee still, with them bringing in a healthy Clowney, with them still having Harold Landry, they'll still be able to rush the passer.
Mm-hmm.
I like David Long in the middle. I like the way that they do those things with their linebackers and their defensive linemen in that 34.
Mm-hmm.
Jeffrey Simmons Jr., who was a really, really big addition middle of the season last year. He is a superb interior defensive lineman, especially in a 34. That was part of the reason why they were able to ship to Denver, ironically,
Jarrell Casey. Yes, sir.
So those things being said, I think this is a very intriguing matchup, especially in the trenches. Denver. I'm looking forward to see how they maneuver and they transition, because we all think here at Views that this may be Von Miller's last year in Denver anyway.
Right.
And at $25 million, this is what the last year is looking like for him.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I shouts out to Von Miller. He's been an outstanding player. We never want to see a player get hurt like this ever. So with that being said, man, I'm gonna be honest. I think Denver has the horses to compete tonight, but I think Tennessee and that running game are gonna be a little bit too much this evening.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Tennessee tonight with a score of 23-17. I think they kick a couple of field goals. I think they run the ball efficiency. Derrick Henry with 150 and 2 touchdowns tonight. And I just think overall we're going to see a lot of good things from Denver tonight, especially I think the offense has a lot of promise. I just think Tennessee has the right pieces to contain that offense and hold them to under 20 points tonight.
Yeah. Shout out to my guy KG, one of my favorite people from the Petty Sports Network, the Scene, the whole umbrella. I agree with everything you just said. Honestly, there's nothing I need to add or repeat. I think Tennessee's gonna win this game. I think that defense is gonna overwhelm Drew Lock, who I still think is a few weeks, maybe even a whole season away. But hopefully he does take a step forward. But that step forward, I don't think is gonna happen tonight, at least in my opinion. So I'm going with Tennessee to win this game. I'm going with something like 23-9. Honestly, I don't think Denver cracks 10 points or more than 10 points. Actually, rather. So I'm going with Tennessee 23-9. So if you're keeping at home, take the under and take Tennessee to win outright.
All right. With that being said, we're going to wrap up this first week of the NFL season.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be back Thursday for the proverbial Browns to the Super Bowl when they go against the Cincinnati Bengals. And at the end of the day, man, Views from the 22 presented by The Scene. Check us out. Facebook, The Scene page. Make sure you guys check out The Scene YouTube page. If you're already not here, or if you're watching this now on Facebook from whatever it is, make sure you subscribe, mash the like button, get all the notifications, because you just never know when we may go live.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The Scene, baby. We out. Enjoy the games.